Hi, hello, hello. Hi, Beauty from Ashes. Good evening. Hello, hello. How are you? Y'all tag your teams, let them know. Let's get it going on. Hi, hello, hello. Hi, Bobby. Hello, you guys. Good evening. Hi, Kristen. Y'all share this into the... I'm about to share it into my team pages. Hi, Kathy. Hello, hello. Okay. Sharing this everywhere. Hey, Greta. Hi, Stacy. Stacy, I got in at the very end of your video, so I got to go back and watch it. I was not home, so I need to go back and watch it. Facebook restricted me. I can't share. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Greta. You're so sweet. Okay, I'm getting my notes up. Hi. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Hi, Kayla. Y'all tag your teams. Make sure you send this in your chats. Hello. I hope you guys got notes ready. We're going to talk about leading with the opportunity. Leading with the opportunity. Hi, Dana. I thought this would be a great time to talk about it because we've got a recruiting promo going on right now. So I'm excited to bring this to you guys tonight. I wanted to let you know about a few things going on, and I don't want you guys to miss them. Hi, Jody. Hi, Hannah. Well, okay, so anybody that ever goes live, I never see comments to begin with, but you have to swipe right and then swipe left and then the comments show. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. It's like that every time I do a video, even on my personal page. Swipe right and swipe left and you'll see the comments. Hi guys. Okay, so let me do some updating for you really quick. Hold on, Addie. Dalton. Okay, hold on. I'll be right there. Finish eating your sandwich. I gotta get something. Okay, I'll get you out in just a minute. Finish watching that. Dalton had to run to the store, so she's in her high chair eating, and I need her to keep eating. This is live, Jody. Okay, so couple things. One, February 24th, there is an event in Pennsylvania, and I am going to it. It is near Sheila Jacobstown. And so if anybody is in the Alabama area, when you want to go with me, I'm flying. You're welcome to go. Hi, Heather. Or Addie. Addie, did you finish your mac and cheese? Okay, finish your mac and cheese. Then finish your sandwich. Okay, then you're not getting down. You need to eat. Okay. So, she feels like she's missing out. But February 24th, there is an event in Pennsylvania. It is a face-to-face event. I will be there. Sheila will be there. Corporate will be there. So if you can go, I encourage you to go. Mark your calendars. It's going to be an awesome event. We need you to sign up. We need to make it worth me going that far, first of all. Corporate going that far. So please, if you can, make it to that event. Addie, give me 1 minute, please. Daddy's coming. He'll be right there. Yeah, I might have to go get her. So if you can, go. I have not booked my flight yet, Stacy. I'm coming, but I just need it to be worth me coming because that's a far place to go. So Stacy, you can definitely go with me. I'll get you the flight information. I haven't booked it yet. Let me go get her. Hold on. Adeline! Stop. I'm working. Quick. There's nothing wrong. Oh, Lord. Y'all. Okay. I'm so sad you can't come. I'm 12 hours, Pennsylvania. Hi, Kathy. So, if y'all could go, okay? February 24th. And like I said, Bama people, if you want to go, let me know. We'll go together. So I'm going for that. So mark your calendars, okay? The other thing that I wanted to tell you is right now in this economy, people are pushing for pennies. I mean, I can only I feel like I'm pushing for pennies, and I do a great job here at Pharmacy. So I can only imagine others that are still really struggling. And so we need to show the affordability of pharmacy. Okay. Hi, Donita. So I have made, and I'll put the pictures. I know I put them in the chat, so make sure you check the announcements chat. I know I put it in there, but I will put it in the chats or in the page. I'm pushing bundles that are like $50 to $60. It shows the affordability, and then you can always upsell. I trained about this in the boot camp. You can always upsell. Hey, you're only $25 away from free shipping, and from right now it's the free lip plumper or whatever when you watch this later on. But I'm pushing those types of bundles because I feel like sometimes when people see $100, even though that may not mean much to you, it could be the difference between someone eating and someone not eating with their groceries. So I'm pushing a lot of like $50 to $60 bundles this month. So maybe try that. I have made a few. I've also made a few graphics for the signing up promo that we've got going on. So make sure that you're using these at your disposal. Here's what I have to say. Every month, sometimes you have to pivot. If you are not where you want to be, I can say my personal sales are not where I want them to be. So I have a choice. I can stay there and be sad when I get my paycheck, or I can pivot when I've got a little bit less than half the month left. So I'm going to pivot because I'm not one, and we're going to talk about that. I'm not one to just stay where I'm at. Like, I'm going to pivot and I'm going to figure out a way to make it work. So I'm trying these bundles, doing beauty bashes, messenger parties, whatever it takes to get to where I want to be. So I'm going to have to pivot. Maybe I focus on one product every single day that I'm going to push, and I change it. But I can't just sit there and be stuck. I've got to pivot. So that's your choice, though. I can't make you, but you're going to have to pivot. So maybe you need to ask yourself, do I need to pivot? Am I where I want to be? Am I close to? Am I halfway to my goal? If yes, great. Keep doing what you're doing. If no, pivot. You can't just stay there. You got to do something different. Try something new. Okay. So try different things. So that's personally what I'm doing. I'll put the graphics in the team page when I finish. But tonight we're going to talk about leading with the opportunity. Okay. Let me ask this question. Would you guys say that you lead more with the opportunity or the products that Pharmacy offers? Let me know. What would you say you lead more with, that you talk more about when you're doing this business? Would you say you lead more with the opportunity or you lead more about the products? Let's hear it in the comments. Products. This is going to be a good training. Products. Anybody lead with the opportunity? I'm about to shift some things up tonight, I think. Products. Okay. Now, hey, Ashley. Hi, guys. Products. I got to do better at promoting the opportunity. We're going to get into that. Products. Okay. So literally almost all of you all are leading more with the products than the opportunity. I'm here to tell you that it needs to be a balance of both. Okay. And we're going to talk about that tonight. But you can become an expert recruiter. I hear all the time, I can't recruit. How many of you said that? And if you tell me you haven't, I can call some of you out because I know you've told me I can't recruit. Okay. I've definitely been leading with the products, but I've been talking about the opportunity every day since the 90-day run. I love it, Amanda. You can become an expert recruiter. You can, but it's going to have to be a simple way that you adjust your approach to the business. Okay. So we're going to have to adjust the way that we approach this business. Okay. Leading with the opportunity. If that is what you lead with, that is not meant to overshadow the amazing products that Farmacy has. That's not what it's meant to do. But you've got to take control, and we've got to start leading our conversations that we have with people with the opportunity. And I'm going to shift some things because all of you are saying you're leading with the products, and we're going to shift some things. And I've been guilty of it too. All right. So I want you to think of the opportunity is like a seed, right? We plant seeds. Okay. That's what the opportunity is. That's how I like to imagine that the opportunity is the seed. The product is the fertilizer. Okay. And then the results that you get is like the sunshine. All right. So I hope you're tracking with me. So the seed is the opportunity. The fertilizer is your products. And then the results that you get is the sunshine. Okay. You have to have fertilizer, right? You've got to have that to make a seed grow. You've got to have products to make a business work. Okay. Message me another. That's awesome, Linda. It's awesome. But so often we jump straight to the products and we forget that we have to plant the seeds about the opportunity. Okay. You can't just have fertilizer. What does fertilizer does nothing if it has nothing to fertilize. So you've got to have the seed of the opportunity. We've got to plant the seeds of the opportunity. Hi, Trisha. So tonight we're going to talk about how do we plant these seeds and why are we planting these seeds? I want you to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? And tell me in the comments, how many of you how would you rate yourself? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. How would you rate yourself in regards to recruiting and building a front line? How would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, how would you rate yourself as a recruiter? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? A 5, middle of the line. A 4, okay? A 1. Hey, we're being honest. That's good. A 4. Okay, so you feel like you're a pretty good recruiter. A 2. Okay? Love it. 1. Good. I'm glad y'all are being honest. I have nobody. Okay? Hi, Wendy. I would say that most people would say that they are low. Okay? I would say most people are going to give low numbers. And by the way it's looking right now, all of you are giving me low numbers that you feel like you are not a good recruiter. And most people, how many of you would agree with this, say that recruiting is harder than sales? How many of you would say recruiting is harder than sales? 5, 2, 3, honestly 0. Hi, Estella. Kathy, 1. Okay, we're being honest. Good, I love it. 0. How many of you would say that recruiting is harder than sales? Yes, Greta said yes, I agree. Agree. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not just in my lonely world over here. But did you know, shift your mindset with me, right? Did you know that recruiting is actually sales? It's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different of a conversation. You're still selling them on something. The difference is you're selling them, hey, Ashley, on an opportunity versus selling them on a product. They're the same. Recruiting is actually sales. Is your mind like blown? Are you just like shook, like, holy cow, Ashley, I never thought of it like that. They actually are the same. Hi, Pam. Greta's like, wow, yes. Okay. I'm making sure everyone's like, holy cow, I never thought of it. Mind blown. I love it. Okay. So if you shift your mind to thinking that way, that recruiting actually is sales. It's just a different way that you have the conversation with somebody. Okay. Selling opportunity, which lasts longer than the products we sell. Love it, Stacey. Now, I'm going to kind of give you an example of how you lead every conversation that you have with the opportunity, okay? And why we're going to lead more with the opportunity, okay? Hope you got notes. So after you've had a conversation with a customer, maybe they're getting a foundation and you've answered all of their questions. You know what foundation they need. You've color matched them. You've asked all the questions. Remember, I did that training in Back to Basics. If you didn't watch it, go watch it on answering questions, being problem solvers, getting to the root, why they don't like their current foundation. You know, you've gotten all of that, okay? You've solved all their problems. They're ready to place their order, right? So at the end, you're going to offer 2 options. Did you know that statistically, when people have options, they are more likely to buy than if you just give them one method or one choice? Okay, so I'm going to give them 2 options. Okay, here's what whoa, did y'all see that? Balloons. That's the peace sign. I think it does it when you do, like, Sheila Jacobs told me about this. Like, that was cool. Did y'all see those balloons? Okay, squirrel, whatever. That was funny. Okay, so the first thing is you can offer them to buy the products. Okay? You can offer them in a bundle. You can upsell, whatever. You can tell them, okay, hey, here, I've got 2 options for you. One, I can put this in a bundle. We can add this on so you get free shipping, upsell. Okay, you're offering to buy the products. That's their first option that you just solved all their problems for. Or 2, you say, now the second option, and I'm writing down what I say so that this makes sense. The second option, and you say something like this. Hi, Shailene. I don't know if you would consider making a second stream of income through selling and sharing these products, but if so, I would love to chat with you because you can still get your products that we just talked about, but you can go ahead and start earning commission too. Do you see how I just planted that seed? So those are your 2 options, and you say that to every time you have someone that you are getting products in their hands that you are connecting with. You offer with the opportunity. Okay, so you give them 2 options. One, maybe you can do the opportunity first. Okay, hey, I don't know if you've thought about it, but if you've ever needed a second stream of income through sharing and selling these products and doing what I would do, I would love to chat with you because you're still going to get your products, but you can go ahead and start earning commission right away. Or 2, we can just go and place this product in this bundle, add this, and you'll get free shipping. Do you see how I gave her 2 options? That is what you need to be doing with every single order. Then they're going to give you one of 3 responses. Okay? The first thing is they're going to say, not interested. And guess what? That's okay, because you still planted a seed and you never know when that seed is going to come to harvest. Because I bet you that every time they put those products on their face, they try those products, when they get their products, that's going to be in their mind because you planted the seed of, here's this opportunity. Are you tracking? I'm not seeing many comments, so y'all need to fire me up. Tracking with me? I am offering it, okay? For example, let me give you an example of when this is true. Your waitress at the end of eating dinner, they say, hey, do you want any coffee? And you say, no, I'm good. I don't need any coffee. Okay. But then you get dessert. Okay. And you're eating your dessert and they offer again, hey, are you sure you don't want any coffee? Guess what probably sounds better to you now? Your coffee probably sounds better now. It's not that the coffee was bad the first time. It just wasn't in the right environment where you were ready. Okay? The same thing goes for your life. This happens. It may not be ready for that moment, but it may be ready in another moment. Okay? So, maybe that opportunity that you're offering, hey Megan, just wasn't the good timing for whatever reason. Okay, but later they may be looking for it. So don't take those no's personally. You planted a seed and the harvest may come later. Okay? So that's the first thing, the response that they're going to give you when they give you those two options. The second option that they may say is, well, I've seen you do that. I thought about it, but XYZ. I don't have anybody to sell to. I've done this before and I failed. I have no time to do it. Whatever excuse. That but is their excuse. Listening to says, oh, that makes sense. I love it, Heather. Okay? That is a great place to be because they're ready to have a conversation. And that's when you can relate to them on how your opportunity is different, on how you can make their experience different. They might say, yeah, but I didn't have the support last time and I got burned out. You can explain how it's different. Or, yeah, but they had monthly minimums and I couldn't keep up with that. Oh, well, I understand that because I had experienced that too before. But here at Pharmacy X, Y, and Z, you can help solve their problems because they're open. I've thought about it, or yeah, I've seen you do that, but X, Y, and Z. This is where you step in and you have a conversation with them on where they're at, on why they're saying, maybe. Okay? Does that make sense? So those are two options. The third option is they say yes, and then they're ready to do it, and they're ready to jump in, and that's great. And you just got a new recruit, but it's because you led with the opportunity. Now, I don't lead with the opportunity of, hey, you can sign up and get 50% discount. No, that's not, go back and listen to what I said. That's not what I said. I said, have you thought about adding a second stream of income where you can share and sell these products? I would love to chat with you about it because you're still going to be able to get these products at a great price, but you'll also be able to start earning commission. I didn't say, oh, yeah, as a customer, you get this for 20 bucks. But for me, as a BI, you'll get it for 10. I didn't lead with that. I led with the opportunity, not the discount. The difference, okay? The opportunity, it solves every need a person has. If they need product, whoop, guess what? Opportunity solves that. If they need community, whoop, guess what? Opportunity solves that. If they need an extra stream of income, whoop, guess what? The opportunity solves that. The opportunity solves everything that is out there. Everything that there is, the opportunity solves it. So why are you not leading with the opportunity? Okay? They may say no, and if they say no, guess what? You still have a great customer. Now, some of you are saying, Ashley, this is great. I'm going to do this going forward. But what about my previous customers? What about my current customers that I already have? Okay? How many of you are thinking that? Like, oh, this is good. I'm going to do this going forward. But what do I do about the people that have already done it, have already bought from me over and over? They're a faithful customer, right? Leading at the discount, you're going to get nothing but discount. Exactly, Shelby. And we're going to talk about that here in a second too. Yes? Okay. So you could always say something like this. And again, I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just making no sense. And you could say something like, hey, Sally, I know that you're loving your products and this may or may not be something that you have thought of, but I wanted to share this opportunity with you. But no matter what, I want you to know that I appreciate you as a customer and your support. I just thought about you and thought this opportunity of selling and sharing these products might be a good fit. That's how you say it. Okay? Let me say that again. Hey, Sally, I know that you're loving your products and this may or may not be something that you thought of, but I wanted to share the pharmacy opportunity with you. But no matter what, I want you to know that I am so thankful and I appreciate you as a customer and your support. I just thought about you and thought this might be a good fit. And leave it there. You planted the seed. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Jessica. Now, attraction marketing, that is what people, it has been all the rage for so long. You're making people attracted to who you are, to your opportunity, to your products. And people just come, okay? That is one thing that I feel like a lot of people do because of the way that I make my posts. And just how consistent I've been in this business, a lot of people do just come to me. Attraction marketing is important and it does exist, okay? But you cannot, especially people that have not built big names for themselves, okay? Not yet anyways. You cannot rely solely on that. You need to take these conversations by the reins and share the seeds. Plant those seeds. Take the conversations by the reins and just plant the seed. You never know when that harvest will come. So stop just sitting there hoping that they're just going to come to you. They may be watching you on live for months and months and finally sign up, but they may not. So you need to take the conversations by the reins and plant the seeds. Hi, Tina. Hi, Taylor. Okay. This is another big one when it comes to leading with the opportunity. You need to share weekly, write this down, weekly, what you do as a leader. That has to be your posture, that you are a leader. Stand strong, okay? In what you do, speak life about it. When I go and speak on stages at convention, all these things, you best believe that fear and anxiety and am I equipped, all those things creep up. But I stand up and I say to myself, I look myself in the mirror, put your hands on your hips, do your power pose, whatever, and speak it into you and change your posture. So many of you are like this. Yeah, I suck at recruiting. Yeah, I ain't no leader. Nope, I'll never be Ashley Veal. No, you won't be Ashley Veal because you don't want to be Ashley Veal. You want to be you. But you need to stand up and change your posture on who you are. Present it confidently on what you do. If you join with me, XYZ. If you partner with me, XYZ. Okay, here's what you're going to get. Here's what I offer. I offer weekly Zooms. I offer one-on-ones. I have the top 4 leader in the company as my upline. We have community. We have support. We have systems in place. What is it that you offer, and be confident in it? Don't just promote, oh, it's $19.99. Oh, it's $1 signups right now. No, why should they choose you? I hear that all the time. No one wants to join me. No, they probably don't, because you don't show yourself as a leader. You need to be confident in what you have to offer. What do you have to offer? So often we focus on what the company offers, dollar signups, $19.99, 50% commission, the add-on kits, the car bonuses, cash bonus. We focus so much on what the company offers that we don't focus on what you offer. So what do you offer? That's what you need to weekly share with your network and be confident in it. I hear all the time people say, I wish I could recruit a leader that wants to run with this. How many of you have said that? And I know you have, because I've heard it from many of you. Tell me, be honest. I want to recruit a leader. If I just had a runner, I want a big leader. I want a big name leader. Okay? People have said it, right? If I just had a big leader, if I just had an Ashley Veal sign up, a Melissa Brooks, a Jamie Rodebush, if I just had them sign up under me, it'd be great. I've said it. We all have, right? But guess what? You got to present yourself as a leader if you want to recruit leaders. You've got to present yourself as a leader if you want to recruit a leader. Because if someone's already a developed leader, they've joined a team, they've made a name for themselves, they're going to join someone who's doing as much as they are doing or more. They're not going to join someone that's not. And the only reason that they know that you are that is if you present yourself as that. Some of you are a leader of a team and you don't lead. You don't present yourself as a leader. That is why you are not growing. Yeah, you're sharing what corporate does and the opportunity, but what do you offer? What separates you? Okay? People make financial decisions every day. They buy houses, they do stock, they whatever, just on the whim because someone convinced them to do that, right? But you have to believe in your opportunity and frame it as a business decision. Joining this business is a business decision. But when you are too heavy on the products, there is a balance. Okay, I don't want you not talking about your products, duh, right? But if you are too heavy focused on your products, you're going to have more consumers than you will entrepreneurs. I don't want just consumers. I want entrepreneurs. Okay? And then when you recruit, they're going to mimic what you do. When your recruit signs up, they're going to mimic how you led, how you do things. They're going to mimic that. And this is why people struggle so bad with recruiting. It's because they pitch products all day long. But that limits the opportunity and it makes it harder to win people over and bring them over. Okay, because all you're doing is pitching products and you're limiting the opportunity. Let me ask you this. Did the pharmacy opportunity change your life? No matter how big or small, has it changed your life? Tell me in the comments. I don't care if it's giving you a great discount. I don't care if it's drastically changed your life. Has the pharmacy opportunity changed your life? Yes. Yes. Then why not share it? Why not lead with it? Why not? No matter how big or small the opportunity has done, it has impacted your life. And if it's truly impacted your life, you're going to share it and you're going to lead with it. Lead with it. If someone doesn't share interest or like show a lot of interest, don't push it. I'm not saying you sit there and like hold them to it and like pressure them. No, don't push it. Listen to your people, listen to the audience, listen to their problems. And if they're just looking for a product, that's fine. Just serve them to the best of your ability. But it would be a shame if you didn't exceptionally lead with the opportunity. Okay? Yes. Okay? Appreciate them as customers, but you just never know what'll happen. Now I hear all the time, what about kidnappers? What if they just sign up to get the products 50% off? Okay, here's what I'm going to say about that. It's inevitable. It happens. You're going to have people that are kidnappers or discount shoppers that they're going to sign up and then they're going to end up falling in love with it and they're going to run with it. And then you're going to have people that sign up. They've got all these goals. I'm going to be a top leader. I'm going to have cash bonuses, car bonuses. They're going to run. And then they're going to do squat because life happens, whatever reason it is, right? You can't decipher when someone is going to do exceptional and who is not. You just can't. I wish there was something on their heads that would tell us, but you can't. The point is, you don't want to overshadow the products, okay? That's not what I'm getting at. But plant the seed. Lead with it. Let people know about the opportunity, and then they get to decide. All right? You present the option because it's still solving a problem. If they have the opportunity, remember, like I said at the beginning, it solves every problem that they have. But they get to decide if they're going to let the opportunity solve it or if they're just going to buy the products. It can have the greatest impact on people's lives. You never know. You never know. But again, I know my why. I know I joined to make an impact, to have people not live paycheck to paycheck, to provide that financial freedom. So that's my why. And that's why I continue to show up. And I want people to have the life transformation that pharmacy has done for me in their life. So I'm going to lead with it. I had someone just the other day tell me that they barely had any money left to their name and they did not know what else they could do. You best believe I offered the opportunity because I was in that spot. You never know what it could do. It could have the greatest impact. So I want you to commit. How many of you are going to commit and say, you know what, Ashley, this has opened my eyes tonight, and I'm going to start leading with the opportunity, not the products. I'm not saying you don't talk about the products, but you're going to plant the seed. The products are the fertilizer, and the results you get are the sunshine. How many of you are willing to say, you know what, this shifted my mind. I'm thinking differently now. And you're going to do a little bit of changing on the way that you do things. Don't take this and let this go in one ear and out the other. Shift and change and see what it does in your business. I'm saying all of this as somebody that is a top recruiter. I have a front line of 500. And I have probably recruited close to 3,000 people or more in my time here. Okay? Here in other companies, wherever. A total of 3,000 probably. I need to find out what the exact number is, but I don't even know how to do that. But I'm saying this because this is what I do. I lead with the opportunity and see the change that it does in your business. Okay? I love you guys. Remember, we are still pushing for the master class for February, which is 250 PV and 1 recruit at 75. I bet you we're going to have a lot more recruits when you start leading with the opportunity instead of leading with the products. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, guys.